So we thought we'd do a bit of a follow-up video to our bid video, and just for an update on where we are and what we've been doing. So we had to tell you we had the inter-school theatre sports championship here, and one of the schools won. This is one of the runners-up trophies because the winners one's already been delivered. Nice gold, silver medals, and that was all very nice. Quite difficult to organise, but it was a real success. And yeah, they all got certificates and stuff, and I bet Tiff's going to insert some video clips, but yeah, we were quite proud to have this theatre sports tournament, and it's certainly going to happen again, possibly in the winter and definitely next year. So that was cool, and that was part of our Days at Charity Improvathon, which is probably quite tame to some of the improvathons that I've seen in Canada, Australia, which are lasting for 52 hours.
It's our second improvathon that we've ever had, and it was so well attended in terms of audience members and participants. We've grown, we've really expanded since our first one, and we had roughly about 20-25 people here throughout the entire 12 hours performing on our stage, playing theatre sports, playing maestro, and just loving it. And it was done for charity, and so there was a really good atmosphere, a good vibe, and we managed to raise some funds.
We wanted to do a video as well because obviously there's a degree of apprehension when you're thinking about moving a conference somewhere that's a little bit of an unknown entity, which I suppose the Middle East is to an extent. And whilst most people know that Dubai is very liberal, it's not Iraq or Afghanistan, that I'm sure there's still lots of questions that you might sort of be interested in asking. So we thought we'd sort of compile a video to show you what it's like here, or what it truthfully is like here. One of the things that comes up often here when we're doing courses is what can I say on stage, what can't I do on stage, and I think that's quite an important question to address. Because we're in Dubai and it's a Muslim country, we respect that we are guests here and that we live here, and so we quite honestly we stay away from anything that could be religiously deemed offensive to anyone while we're on stage. For instance, swearing, for example, can you use the F word? We don't have any rules as such. We're artistically justified. If swearing is necessary, then that's fine, but not to use foul language gratuitously, because it's frowned upon here. It is frowned upon in the reason if it is used gratuitously or in a very sexual context. So it's a very honest answer to the question. There are restrictions here, but I have to say, to counter any objection to that I would apply, or we would apply, the same philosophy were we in the UK or in the US in regards to cultural sensitivities, and that I've never read a Keith Johnson book that was or came across anyone where swearing was a prerequisite for good work. There's all walks of people of all different genders, sexuality, lifestyles here. And all of them, there's a sort of a blanket rule over all of them, and that is that public displays of affection are not appreciated, very much like in Japan, only they may land you in a little bit of trouble here. You know, nudity, that sort of thing is hugely frowned upon.
No, I would not say that the laws are aggressive in any sense. There's no outward sign of feeling policed or feeling that you are restricted in any way. You don't feel that, and in fact, when you're living here and when you visit, you forget that you're in a Middle Eastern country because it's so liberal and it's so relaxed and it feels very chilled out.
Hi, I'm Helena Pranayas and I'm the Director of Education at the Courtyard Playhouse. Aside from my duties here, I'm also a freelance producer. I bring over West End entertainment from the UK, and I've been doing that since 2007. A lot of the theatre companies I work with return on a yearly basis, sometimes 2 times a year. These shows tour globally. As you can imagine, there are huge expenses to be incurred, and as I'm a freelancer, it can be a very daunting task to find these funds. So I often approach different types of sponsors, whether that be airline or newspaper sponsors, hotels, and they often support my events, and in return I give them free tickets, branding exposure within the theatre. And yeah, Dubai is very open to that. All companies are open to be approached for sponsorship. The cast and crew love Dubai. It has so much to offer in regards of tourism, places to see, desert trips. They feel very safe here because the level of crime is very low also. They love the way that there are so many nationalities. It's very multicultural here, and everybody seems to be very helpful to them. They enjoy the nightlife. Dubai has an abundance of nightclubs, restaurants. They like the tourist aspect of Dubai also. There's lots of museums to see, the desert culture, the creek, the old and the new Dubai, the contrast. They love to see that.
Oh, there's a huge amount to do in Dubai. It's a really exciting place because it's so different and it's so unique and it's fascinating in that sense because you've got a collision of so many different cultures here. You've got a very small percentage of locals. I think it's something like 10%, and then the rest of it is all expats. And so you've got this amazing mix of cultures, and that results in a lot of interesting activities that are happening. For example, as the theatre sport's happening here.
Anytime?
Yeah.
My name's Eric. I'm Brent. We're Americans. I've been in Dubai 6 years. I've been doing improv in Dubai for 3 years. It's amazing. What a wonderful place.
Yes. I'm from Texas. I've been doing it probably not quite as long as he has, but love it. Love it. It's totally fantastic. It's fun.
Get your butt here and do some improv.
Totally do this. What? Hey Texas. Hey South. Get on down here. Let's do this.
Hello, ITI. So it's the morning after our leavers do for some of our improvisers. So we've come for a typical Dubai breakfast with bacon, black pudding and everything at a pub called Fibber McGee's, which is one of many Irish pubs here. Good morning, ITI. Good morning.
So we're just visiting Dubai Mall, and you'll see in Dubai we have a number of different kinds of shops, including shops like these.
I feel...
So I've been living in Dubai since I was 13 years old. Very liberal for me, best place that I could pick for growing up, you know, like hanging on the beaches every day, liberal shops and stuff, like Victoria's Secret. So I've loved it here.
Cool. Hello, taxi man.
Down the back. Any ideas, Tim?
Sorry, what? Alright, so we're off to Barasti. Have a little drink.
So I'm the manager of Courtyard Playhouse, and I would probably be the one organising majority of the social events if we had to win the bid for the 2017 ITI conference. And I've got so many ideas for us to do and to take you guys around. There's some really exciting
many activities.
Yeah, there's some really exciting things. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys around Dubai.
Dubai is a fantastic place and loads of many different activities you can do, which is why I love it so much. If you're a kind of pub clubber, there's loads of beautiful bars, clubs, some on the beach, some on big high rises, so you've got great views, really sort of trendy places to go out, but also still you can get that low-key vibe as well. If you're into the sort of beachy scene, which I definitely am, it's great, a great water sports vibe as well, and to be able to do a stand-up paddleboard around the Burj Al Arab, you're not going to get that anywhere else.
There's lots of pubs just around the corner from the theatre that we often all go to as a team.
Also, there's also the desert feel. So even though you've got all these sky-rise buildings, just outside of Dubai, there's the biggest sand dune in the world that you do Big Red, so you can do quad biking on, and also loads of wadi bashing as well, which is like a dried up riverbed. So it's really interesting, and you can go and find some hidden lagoons and things like that. So that's always quite adventurous if you're.
And there's a desert safari that you can go on as well, where you stay overnight and you camp in the desert, which is really...
Yeah, and it's just nice to kind of sit around that old sort of Bedouin camp and kind of experience what it was before this whole modernised town was around. So that is literally 20 minutes out of Dubai, so it's not going to, you're not travelling on a big expedition to get there.
So we just thought we'd sign off by saying we're really looking forward to coming to MITICO. Yay!
Yay!
And we're coming because we want to watch Guerrilla Theatre, don't we? And we want to see Maestro and theatre spots. We put it on the shows here and we've never seen them ever. We've never seen them done.
And we're interested to meet everyone because it's really cool being part of the community, so look forward to it.
Yeah, what? Anything else that we got to say?
I don't think so. I think we're done.
Jon Snow?
Yes, Jon Snow.